In the old days, men tried to catch a glimpse of the future in the strangest of ways. They locked themselves in dark rooms, not partaking of food and drink. At the stroke of midnight, they ventured out in the night, through the dark woods, where strange creatures roamed. To see if they would be wealthy, to see if they would be happy, to see if they would live, to see if they would be loved. That strange way was called Årsgång, pardon my pronunciation, or in English Earwalk. Greetings, senseless people and SurroundEdByFreaks, and welcome to Earwalk. I am going to do a playthrough of this game for New Year's Eve, and I just noticed that I'm wearing the same shirt that I was wearing last year when I played John Cena's Sexy High School Adventure for New Year's Eve. Earwalk is a game that I know since quite a lot of time. Actually, I know it since some years, but then I forgot about it. I found it again, and I was absolutely fascinated with this real tradition from Sweden, Scandinavia, that basically involves earwalkers, which were people that in the night, at midnight of Christmas or New Year's Eve, they would venture into the Scandinavian forests alone, hoping to meet some of the creatures of the Nordic tradition, hoping also that they would reveal them a glimpse of the future for the new year to come. And digging into this old tradition, I was absolutely fascinated with it, and I couldn't wait to play this game for New Year's Eve. So it's absolutely perfect. It's even night right now, so let's start. Use A and D or left and right. Yes, I remember all the point-and-click games used to work like this. So let's try to enter inside this house. We can't apparently. Maybe this is the house where we are coming from. And we can venture inside these snowy forests. Oh, what's that? This is a box. Which has a combination. I don't know the combination yet. Now, I understand you might be confused, and so am I. This game doesn't explain that much. In fact, even the plot is still debated. Now, it's not a very famous game, so obviously it's... well, I am already starting to lose myself. I just have vague memories about this game since some years ago when PewDiePie played it. Here there is some wood, but I doubt that I can do anything. And so I absolutely don't know the ending or even how the story develops, if it's for that. And I am back at the house. Is that my house? Do I live really alone in the middle of the woods? Oh, I can go back here. There is a wheel. Oh, there is... a sign here, but it doesn't look like it's useful at all. So Årsgång is an earwalk, this tradition that was basically carried on in some parts of Sweden and maybe some other... Oh, what's that? It's... how it's called in English, I have no idea. It's a windmill. There we go. Here we are in the windmill. Oh! Talk to me. There you are. I've been waiting for you all day. You should not go outside without a hat on a cold day like this. You're right, but my Pikachu hat is over there. It will freeze your ears off. I had headphones. And I am quite fond of the person those ears belong to. Thank you. She's actually pretty. Did anyone see you coming here? I guess not, except all the people who are watching. You didn't see anything. Now you're being silly. You know that I'm not ashamed of you. It's not that I like you very much. What's that, tsundere? Senpai, it's not like I care about you or something, gosh. Actually, I think it's not that. I like you very much, because our lines are not written in this dialogue. But you and I come from different worlds. He is waiting for my answer. I said I'd give it to him next year. And this is the last day of this year. Now you're being unfair. This isn't any easier for me. I don't like when you're like this. Calm down. I am calm. You're walking? I hope you're joking. You do remember what happened to my cousin, don't you? Cousin. Promise me you won't do anything foolish. We are not supposed to know what happens in the future. You should hurry home to your cottage and get some rest. It's getting dark soon. Hurry home to your cottage. I guess that this is it. I have to go. You should probably go. Alright, I will go. This is the last day of the year. Not while I'm recording that, but in the game. The story so far seems like we are a Swedish, Scandinavian, whatever boy in love with a girl that actually seems quite in love with us, or at least cares a lot about us. Now the problem is that, yeah, should you find yourself lost, clues can be found in the hints menu. Oh, okay, thank you very much. Yes, I'm back at home, right? There is the box. And that sign on the box is actually the sign of the icon of the game Earwalk, this one on top. Here we are at the cottage. And I suppose, yes, we are going inside. Now, it is true that back then, since medieval times, until I think 18th century, I seem to remember, in Scandinavia there was this tradition, not done by many people, to be honest. In fact, you can't find many infos on the internet. Oh, yes, that spells Earwalk in some kind of way. You see? Earwalk. And these people, trying to understand the future, if they will be ill, if... what do I have to do? If there will be a war, if they will have a good crop to harvest. I like this. I like this a lot. They would ask, basically, those creatures, those spirits of the forests, and you can imagine that, considering that Scandinavia is full of forests and woods, even now in 2016, actually 2017, Happy New Year, by the way, you can just imagine how much... Okay, we missed a piece here. You can just imagine how many forests and woods there were back then. The whole Scandinavia was covered in forest, and of course all the forests were covered by snow in the winter. And even if the girl we are in love with strongly suggested us to don't do that, to don't earwalk, because apparently her cousin again, didn't end well when he tried. It looks like a baby, and what's that? A pitchfork, or it doesn't look like an arrow, in my opinion. Can I maybe interact with it? It doesn't look like so. And in fact, those creatures of the Swedish and Scandinavian folklore are considered not extremely evil, but somewhat evil, somewhat, I can't find a word to describe them, tricky. You don't have to trust them. And as far as I understand this tradition, they will test you. Horse and another pitchfork. Well, whatever that is. Maybe it's an arrow telling me up. It could be. Let's see if we find a horsey. I can't grab the woodcutter axe. Here there is some kind of... well, it doesn't look like a cave, but... Oh! What the hell? Well, it doesn't look like I can do much. Maybe I need something to light this place up, because it's pitch black. And these creatures, according to the tradition, would test the Earwalker. Here there is a bird. And maybe the arrow is pointing down. I have to guess that is an arrow. Because not everyone, obviously, is worthy of knowing their own future. And in case of failure of these tests, but maybe even in case of success, those creatures, something to give to them as a price, a payment for allowing you to know a glimpse of your future. This is, after all, something that humans always tried since the beginning of times. Oh, I found something else. What is this? Oh! Just like flying, humans always try to know more about their destiny, their future. This, to be honest, looks more like a voodoo doll than anything. The head looks like it's... oh! It's a carrion! Left, right, left. Right. Maybe she's just doing like this. I'm not sure. Right again! Left, right, left, right, right. Right. Left, right, left, right, 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 left. Left. Maybe I'm just memorizing this for not... Does it mean that if I follow your indications, I'm gonna... Maybe. I wonder if I can do that again. So it was left, right, left, right, 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 left, left. Were there 3 or 2 lefts at the end? So, left. But I wonder if it means that left and we have to go up, or left and we can go wherever we want. Let's try to going up, I suppose. So left, and we found this. Right, we can't go right. This is the first crossing going left, so I suppose let's go down. So now the first crossing to the right, and there is nothing because I can't go more right than that. I suppose that that's not the solution. I can go right here. Oh, right, but... Well, I understand as left, right, but she actually lifts the... She's now lifting the right arm, her right arm. Or she means all to the left? To the left, to the left. So let's try to do the opposite of what she tells us. So right. And I go down. Left. There is nothing to the left. I cannot interact with anything. The puzzles of this game are not easy to solve. I know that. What's that? Oh, that wasn't... I thought it looks like a dead animal, but... Let's try to look for something else then. Now, the explanation for this earwalk, the fact that there are so many creatures that you can find in these woods during the night of New Year's Eve, is that, according to tradition, between one year and another, a rift creates, a rift of time. Time shatters, time doesn't flow as normal as in the other days of the year. And these... Oh, I'm back home. Hello. And these creatures are somehow guarding this rift. And obviously, knowing the future is quite a serious thing, and it cannot be allowed to everyone. And so, this rift deserves to have very strict guardians, which won't allow everyone to... Oh, found something else. Everyone that is here walking to know about their future. Alright, I suppose let's try to enter inside here. This is some kind of a safe. There is nothing inside. Well, were there safes already back then? Or maybe it's an oven? Some kind of you know, well, not an industrial, obviously, but an oven for working, for something. Well, I cannot do much else. It is more difficult than I thought. Meeting those creatures is apparently not an easy task. Passing their tests won't be easy either. This looks like a person and a sea, or an arrow to the left. Let's try to go left. We cannot go to the left. Yes, who was playing online on those websites like... That might be one. What's that? It's not? Oh, it looks just like... it looked like a creature with a mantle and a goat head. Is it a Toriel from Undertale? But no, apparently it's just a meaningless goat head shaped rock on a pedestal or something. Here we can enter in a gate. Oh! That's the key. What am I seeing? Oh, hear this music in the background is beautiful. I cannot do anything else but love artistic games. I would... Oh, this is new. Some kind of stone with runes and symbols written on it, but I cannot read what they say. Ironically, I am at a moment, actually, since quite some years, moment of my life that an earwalk could quite be useful to understand what should I do with myself in the future. And so the protagonist is doing this divination to find out about his future, if his love will be realized. We just crossed a river, but let me see what's on the left, on this side of the river. Another stone with runes in it. He's in love with her, but she has been proposed, and not only that, maybe, especially back then, weddings were just you know, business. It didn't matter that much, at least for many families, love, how a person, especially a daughter, was feeling about the man who wanted to marry her. If the man was wealthy enough, the father of the girl would be like, yeah, okay, you can marry my daughter, and there we go. You love the other boy, but that other boy is not rich enough. This man is rich enough, doesn't matter if you don't know him, so you will marry him. I feel like this is something like that. I really love this type of art. Obviously the river is not realistic. You see, it's basically some light blue stripes, but I like it. I really like it. I don't know how to describe it, to be honest. So maybe the protagonist is searching for an answer from the spirits of the woods. What will happen in the future? Will I be able to marry my love? Or will she really... Here she is. Will she really marry that man? She is going to the left. Should I follow her? I suppose. Is this some kind of nymph? Is that how she's called? I don't want to interact with her. Okay, so maybe now I can go up. I'm following her. There she is again. Looks like she's luring me somewhere. which is never really a good thing for, you know, nymphs. They are well known for being not trustable. We just went left and then right. Will she go left now? Now she will go right, so this has no correlation with what we saw. Well, she has the key, so we need to follow her, probably. Some flowers. Yeah, I guess she is the spirit of the woods. Hello, owls. Hello? They have two different tones. Please don't tell me that I have to imitate the sound that she did, because I have no idea. I wasn't listening really that well. I was talking. I am making a video over here. What do you want from me? Now these creatures, like our love said, can be evil enough to take your life, apparently, considering what happened to her cousin. Some people really didn't come back from the Årsgång. Maybe wolves? Maybe there were bears back then in Scandinavia, I'm not sure. Or maybe they were really these creatures. Who knows? It would make sense if I go back and then I go back in this place and she plays that sound again, but... Did they really do that? I was ready to run away. This music is ominous. I think I mistook. A secret passage opens. I am really surprised if I actually got it right. I just tried to do that worked. I have yet again to guess, because I have no idea, to be honest. This could be it. Or this could be it. They almost sound the same. Okay, so let's examine all of them. For sure not this one. This is hellish. Screams. Could be this one. This one is more like oh, instead of you know, it sounds terrible. But I don't think it's this one. Could be this one. Not this one. The second or the fourth. In my opinion, it's the second one. Let's try. Another choice. This is the first test that we're going through. If we won't be worthy enough, she might take our life. I'm starting to think that if I'm mistaken, it's just making me repeat, you know, all the path instead of making me continue on that wrong road. But it's not clear because, you know, it all looks the same. I'm just expecting the nymph to come out and kill me immediately because I'm absolutely useless and I cannot do anything. Maybe it's a melody. Maybe it's a melody, and when I get it right, I get that kind of zoom. Nope. Nope. Doesn't look like it at all. Maybe the zoom is actually a bad thing and is taking me back to the beginning. I'm so failing this year walk. I'm not coming back. I'm sorry, this is my last video. I will look at this video again. I will notice that the creatures are appearing behind my back and they will take me away in my sleep. Well, in my opinion, that looks like zooming back, so going back, so it's a bad thing. I chose the second one in the first round, let's say, then the fourth one in the second round, and it looks like those are the right ones. Now the third round, I chose the first one before and it didn't work. Let's choose the second one. No, it doesn't look like it's right, even the second one. I'm failing completely. So first one no, second one no, so third one, that's correct. So it's 2, 4, 3. Second one. 2, 4, 3, 2. Tell me this is the last one. You see, this puzzle wouldn't be even that bad if you could listen to her song whenever you wanted. But instead, you just meet that creature, she sings, she disappears, and you didn't even know that you had to remember her song. I will try the first one on the left. God damn it. At this point, the second one on the left. This has to be it. With the last chance that I had. If I were you, I would... She followed my advice. Obviously, I didn't absolutely remember her song, so she got pissed. Or maybe... She gave me actually the key, maybe out of compassion. Why thank you, my dear nymph, or what's your name? I'm not sure. I'm sure that I could... oh, I have a map. I didn't even notice that I have a map. Nice! Maybe I drew it while I was basically walking. I am now at the dead tree, or... Ugeltredet. Is that how it's pronounced? I seem to remember that the A with the 2 points on top is like A. I'm not sure. I've been to Rasmussen Egor. Oh, you see that? These are the creatures that I can meet. I suppose I just met the Huldra or the Skosgroat. I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. I'm trying to speak a language that I never studied. The Huldra is known to have played a part in Norse mythology, but she is likely of an even older origin from when the man lived off the forest rather than the fields. The Huldra was the guardian of the forest. She tended to the trees, plants and animals. In most stories she presented herself as a beautiful young woman. This was however not her real appearance. Very few saw the Hulkra's true face, and even fewer live to speak of it. Am I already dead? She kinda jump-scared me, but maybe she was just like, get out of my tree. She was often described as a lonely and woe-filled creature. Her relationship with humans was very complex. She could enthrall a man with her beautiful song and lure him deeper and deeper into the forest. That's exactly what she did with me, where she either wedded or killed him. Does that mean that I'm dead? Or that I'm married with her? I suppose the first one. According to some accounts, the Huldra was a positive force. If a hunter was kind to the Huldra, she might blow her... Okay. She might blow her breath down the barrel of his rifle, which would bless his hunt. She also helped those who willingly offered their blood to her, but she was dangerous as the Huldra might drink the giver dry. Okay. The Huldra was thus capable of doing both good and bad deeds. It was very hard to predict whether she would help or harm, since she played by the rules known only but to her. Very, very interesting. I love this encyclopedia that tells more about the monsters. I have a journal, but I cannot use it. The Earwalk Encyclopedia is a collaborative effort between Simogo and Theodore Almsten, who is the author of all the written content. Theodore Amundsen was born in Stockholm, but spent most of his youth in Edinburgh. Oh, I lived in Edinburgh, where his mother was born. He graduated from London University in 1992. Okay, so he's... How is it possible? I was sure that this was old times. It must be old times. You know. She's gone! What? I don't get it. What was she for? It's not like she gave me hints of to get the key from the nymph. Those signs left right were for the owls, and I passed the owls without even remembering them. I was quite sure I could, you know, open this gate, but apparently I can. I can click and press forward, but nothing happens. Something tells me that is the last part of the game. You see, there is church, which is the Grimkirken, which is, I think, the goal of the Earwalk, because according to the tradition, the Earwalk ends at a church. But before doing that, I probably have to find a way with that sounds like I'm trying to flirt with them, with the horse Millingen Natteravnen. Oh wow, there is a lot to read, but I kinda explained to you what is Årsgång, and I guess you can read and pause and read in that order if you want to know more. The key turned into water. Where could it be? The Millings, and the brook course. Well, the water, I remember we found a river, but I don't remember where the hell the river is. I guess I can just search. I remember it was quite on the south. Here? Yes, exactly here. Oh! Well, more than a horse, you look like a goat, another goat. Hello. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Wait a second. I know your name. Your name is Becca Histon. Maybe we should read something about that, and we will find out what we can do for him. Becca Histon, the brook horse, and I remember this is a creature from other folklore other than the Swedish one. The brook horse was a pale horse who lived in creeks or lakes, luring children to ride on its back. The brook horse's spine grew for every rider that it lured on top of its back. When the brook horse was satisfied, it leaped into the water, whereupon the children drowned. Well, as we read before, the God damn it, what's your name? This Skosgruet is a mischievous creature. It's not entirely evil, but not entirely good, like humans, after all. This Becca Heston sounds instead a bit evil, don't you think? It's likely that the brook horse was made up to keep children from playing too close to the water, yet I have him in front of me. A young man is on his way home from his work at Charcoal Clean. He decides to wash up in a nearby creek. The man finds a strange stone formed like a small child in the water. He picks it up. The man notices that he is not alone. He is being washed by a horse walking on two legs. The horse stretches out a human hand to the man, who gets frightened and runs home. He tells the tale to his comrades, who laugh at him and call him a drunken fool. When the workers wake up the following morning, they find the man dead in his bed, his lungs filled with water and the stone nowhere to be seen. The brook horse was almost always closely associated with death, not always in a negative way. So, horsey, what we can do with you? This is a rock, but trying to click on the rocks doesn't look like there is any useful rock. A rock shaped like a small child. That's just wood. Maybe we have to find that, but I have no idea where could it be. And the hint says the key turned into water. Where could it be? Well, I guess that every guardian, every creature has to give us a key. The key is at the bottom of the lake. Alright, I cannot swim to the bottom of the lake, otherwise he will kill me. Have I even found the lake? What if I read also about Millingen? Or is this an entirely new creature? Infanticide was a fairly common crime in Sweden during the 19th century, and earlier the two most common motives were that there were no room for another mouth to feed, or that the child had been conceived outside of wedlock. The souls of these unfortunate children become milings. Or Millings, I don't know how to pronounce that. Typically the Millings were murdered by their mothers, often unmarried women who had been left to fend for themselves. The Milling would commonly be left in the woods to die, or they would have been drowned by their mothers in brooks or bogs. The Milling might take the form of a ball of light similar to those of an earbloss wisp, and lead the curious traveler astray. Sometimes they would cry for their mothers to breastfeed them, which would apparently set them free. I have no priest to feed you. The story is very cool as well. You should read it. Cool as scary. A person who helped the Millings find their way to the other side was often left with a gift. According to some sources, the Millings would be taken in by other supernatural creatures such as Hobbs, or if it had been drowned, the brook horse. Yes, so they are related. I thought I had to find the child-shaped stone, but it doesn't look like there is one. I cannot... Oh! Whoa! I can pull you up! What the hell? I can pull up a horse, apparently. Well, that was quite difficult to understand if you see an evil spirit, since it's considered quite an evil spirit, this... God damn it. Bekahistan. I would think to, you know, yeah, get your head and then pull you up. He might get angry, but, well, sure. Oh, you're rocking a nice smoking. You have a key to offer me. And you're like, he's not here anymore, a magician. And there are 4 ghost souls, which maybe I have to feel. So that hint was just because it was just telling me that the horse had the key. So now I guess we have to find those Millings or Millings. Why the encyclopedia is... Well, I got you, didn't I? What do you want me to do? I click on it, but it doesn't really do anything. Do I have to move you? Oh, there you are! Hello! I grabbed you! You were in my encyclopedia! How in the world? Where you're maybe a spirit? You're trembling! Poor you. Let me just go back. Yes, so the good horsey, since apparently the only good deed that the Bekahistan does is to help these Millings to pass to the other side. Good! So, oh, there is blood here. Maybe one is... UN? What? Pardon? Oh, I see something inside here. You see? There is something. And since there is blood outside, it might be that. Yeah, I have no idea what kind of lock is this, to be honest. U and N. Do I have to press? What does it mean? Oh! I have to press U and N. And I got the other Milling. Nice! 2 out of 4. This puzzle is proceeding better. Famous last words, you see now. 1 hour to finish this puzzle. There you go, horsey. I have to search for the blood, which could lead to quite serious injuries in case I meet with other things than the Millings. So the Mylings are creature apparently harmless, but according to that story, they can actually murder someone. I don't even know how to describe if I could really do an Årsgång. What I can say is that that would be scary as fuck. Will Horsey jump scare me as well? Nah. Oh, blood here near the mill. Oh. It's night, I shouldn't shout. Was that the an apparition of my love? Let's try to spin in the other way. It doesn't look like I can do anything. Yeah, you see why it's not such a great idea to follow the blood. Oh! There is blood... You see there is blood dripping. It means it's above, but I cannot reach above. What should I do? Maybe I have to spin this. So, yes! Ooh, first time I freaking get... there we go. Oh, where did he go? Here you are. First time I actually solve a puzzle. Basically, spinning the wheels, I spun the mill. I don't know how it's called. And he was hanging up there. And so he came back down. And now I'm going to give you to Horsey Horse, which is very kind, but only with you, because with me he would just drown me. Who even is kind with me? I mean, it's 2017, I'm so 2013, and no one would ever be kind with me. Alright, Horsey, there is only one milling left. You see, this puzzle is actually quite okay to do. It's not really impossible. You have to search, but you don't have to just randomly guess. Blood, blood, where the hell are you, blood? I don't think I can... Well, I'm just checking, but no. I cannot seem to find the fourth one. I'm searching everywhere. There is something in the east that weren't there before. In the east, that could be a good, useful thing. In the east, so over here. Well, to be honest, I didn't even check over there, because I was like, yeah, well, that's the part of the forest guarded by the Skosgroet, whatever. Something in the east. Is that it? Yeah, I found it! I found it! Oh, this is truly the only place I haven't checked in. Is that... Oh! I guess that's actually the woman that maybe killed those children. Well, another woman, I guess. It's not the same woman. Aha, I gotcha. That killed all of them. Nice! Thank you, Hints. You were actually useful. So, now, let's get the hell out of here. These are kids that weren't baptized, I think. Okay, Horsey, I know you're kind. I never rode a horse, so I never really enslaved your kind. Thank you! Was my key stolen by a crow? Oh, okay, I didn't even notice. Yes, those are the souls that I... What, freeing? Do I have to do that in a quite fast way? And I have to touch you? No. Don't jump scare me. I've been good to you. I thought I got a key while after solving the puzzle of Skosgroet. Maybe it got stolen. Maybe that's the key that will allow me to know about my future. The Night Raven, yes! The Raven actually got the key. Ah, this music fits perfectly for an atmosphere like this one. So I passed the test of the horse and the nymph, but not the one of the raven yet. Not Ravnen. Yes, I use this as a cover of my YouTube channel. Carrion birds were deeply linked with misfortune and death in Scandinavian folklore, actually, kinda every folklore. The night raven were described as a large bird with a sharp beak, sometimes with holes in its wings. If a person gazed through those holes, he would become ill. Other stories told of a giant skeleton bird that could never satisfy its hunger. The night raven has also been described as an ordinary raven, but if it landed on a house, someone would die shortly with a terrible fever. Overall, the night raven was strongly associated with disease. According to some sources, the night raven was a spirit of an evil, greedy man who had not been buried properly. The greed manifested itself in the night raven's fondness for shiny objects. Oh yeah, there is, I don't remember how it's called, but a bird, a white and black bird that is obsessed with shiny objects. There was one where I used to live when I was little. Let the flame guide you in a dark place. There was a place that was dark and we couldn't really explore it. That might be it. But which flame? Oh, I can carry it! Nice! Because, you know, they didn't have torches back then, right? Well, how about on the left here? Is this maybe here? Yes, I got it. And now I can actually use this. I bet there will be a jump scare. This is my opinion, it must be the scariest creature. You can fall ill, and I remember to have read, even die because of that. Now, for sure, knowing about your fate as, you know, illness, health, life and death, must have been one of the most important things back then. Oh, yeah, there is some kind of meat hanging there. So, most probably, these creatures would ask quite a lot, quite a big payment for knowing about that. But in my opinion, there is one thing that drives humans mad more than that, that has actually a bigger effect on human emotions than life or death, which is love. And knowing about love, like our protagonist wants, oh, that might require a big price to pay. Blood, 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 blood. I don't think it's anymore my link. I can move this. Let's check if there is anything else here. Nope. What's that? Won't everything fall me? Oh! Ladder! More ladder. Okay, I don't need that one anymore. Where am I? Oh, you see? Yeah, I was wondering how the hell you could arrive over here. I am on a hill. Will I meet... Oh, a crow. I mean a raven, I'm sorry. Well, the great start of finding could say, oh, look, an elephant, and he would not be pleased. Oh, he's alive. I'm sorry. It's like standing in 90s video games when you wouldn't move your protagonist and it would be like... Oh! I don't know what... Did you eat the key? There is something... Oh, I have to click. That's the Night Raven, not Ravnen. Not looking. The key. He's just showing me the key, isn't he? I actually got the key! Basically, those creatures passed the key from one to another, and each of them actually, you know, tested me. Now, I would say that I failed the test of the Skosgruet, I absolutely rocked Becca Histen and Millingen as well. Now, the test of Natravnen wasn't even that bad, because, I mean, I just had to find him, basically. Alright, and now I can basically go to the gate that was closed before. I didn't notice that after completing the riddle of the Skosgr... What's wrong with me? I can't remember Skosgruet. The key didn't arrive to me, but the horse got it. I listened to this soundtrack even before playing this game, and I was like, yeah, it's absolutely fascinating. The art is fascinating, the soundtrack is fascinating, this ritual is fascinating. This game is gonna be great. Maybe I understand it's not perfect for a walkthrough, a playthrough, but still. And now we are in a cemetery with this goat and... oh. I cannot translate these runes, obviously. Let's search some informations. We have this very useful encyclopedia. One thing that I'm not understanding is that how does this protagonist have this encyclopedia? Like, is it supposed to be fourth wall? The characters, the protagonist already knows about the characteristics of these creatures. We don't, so obviously we have to read them. At the same time, if it's the case, why there is written about this Theodor Amsten? This Theodor Amsten is a real person that actually did these studies? I'm not sure. Hirkogrimen, I guess. That's a goat. Yeah, that's Toriel, sure. Of all the creatures in the Swedish folklore, the church grim was doubtless the most complex and certainly the most feared. I thought that was the Natravnen. Little is known of it, since it was considered bad luck to even speak about it. The church grim's appearance varied, which could possibly be attributed to the nature of the church grim's origin. When a church was built in medieval times, an animal was sometimes buried alive under the floors, most commonly goats, since these were comparatively cheap. There have also been stories of criminals being buried alive as punishment. In other versions, the criminal's heart was cut out and placed inside an animal carcass that was sacrificed. The heart was central in many of the myths surrounding the Grim. Stories from the south of Sweden told that if you could touch the church Grim's heart, you could stare into the eye of creation. The church Grim guarded the church against thieves and grave robbers, but because of it, even honest folks avoided the church at night. I love these stories. There are other stories that suggest that the church Grim was not a guardian at all, but rather a sort of parasite that was drawn to the energy of the church. While there it fed on people's hopes, dreams and fears. Now, I have to basically give a number. Yeah, you see? Well, I can just guess 1, 2, 3 and 4, because after all that's the order that we face them, basically. But I'm noticing one thing. This one has only 1 point. How the hell do you call that? This one has 2, this one has 3, and this one has 4. I'm guessing that's how it is. This is another test, isn't it? 4. This one has 2, and this one has 3. And that's wrong, because it's not... nothing is happening. Unless I have to do something else, but... Can I go forward? Nope. I thought that was the solution, honestly. Actually, to be honest, even this one has 4, if it's for that. But nothing is happening anyway. How about I just try 1, 2, 3, 4, since that's the order I face them? No? Oh, I actually put 4, didn't I? No. But I did it wrong. This one was 1. I'm sorry. But apparently it was good enough. Why the horse was okay with 2? Because horse is very nice. I already showed that. He's Very nice.